let me introduce you to the teams that are going to be playing in the finals of the DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament number 38. We have PECS Evelynn Child Support versus Cheese Enema, the two remaining teams that made it from the round of 32 all the way to here. We have inFe playing as Nidalee, Talith PA playing as Jarvan, CaptnBuwberry playing as Leona, konfetarius playing as Syndra, Painkillar playing as Elise, and their powers combined pay Evelynn Child Support. Their team pays Evelynn Child Support. Now on the bottom half of the map we have Cheese Enema, brownburiser playing as Urgot, Wawix playing as Sona, Kraogg playing as Alistar, Lerch playing as Gragas, and SifuCalvin playing as Metal Pantheon. They are Cheese Enema. It's Pepperjack. I'm one half your casters. I'm Gandair, and with me is
Skill Factory. Glad to be here. And if there is a competition of skins, Cheese Enema is coming out leagues ahead. Esquire Gragas, Arcade Sona, Battlecast Urgot, Full Metal Pantheon. I mean, they are playing champions that they have some of the best skins for. But
Arcade
skins
Sona
don't
counts as
decide
two skins, I'm pretty sure.
Arcade Sona counts as 2. She's that good. And another pause.
All Wawix's fault? I bet.
I wouldn't doubt it. We blame the first delay on Wawix, and I think the second one that can help as well.
It'll happen sometimes when he connects to a game. Once he's like in the game, it's usually solid after that. Yep, it's Wawix. I want to try and be cool next time and like call the pause and it won't happen. So I'll just do that every game and it'll never happen, but I'll look dumb. Let's do that. It'd be terrible. So a couple items got bought. And Boots Pro items, a flask.
Oh, I hate how I can't even scroll around during the pause. I'm stuck.
Oh, did you get the mouse stick this time?
Yes. And I'm stuck listening to Pantheon repeat his spear over and over and over and over again.
Oh dear.
It was the worst.
That's
okay, now we're back in the game. Back on the Crystal Scar, ready to see some action. I'm so excited to see Syndra. She's one of my favorite champions as of late. We already saw Fiddlesticks, who was my favorite champion, and both of which I didn't think I'd see in Dominion. I didn't think they'd be very popular Dominion champions simply because they are fairly squishy when CC'd. You know, Syndra does have a great... She has Scatter the Weak, which knocks everything back, including her spheres, and if her spheres hit anything when they get knocked back, they're going to stun them. Once you master that, you are a boss. I mean, you can stun people from full range before they can even get close to you. So we'll see how that... It looks like it's going to be the Gragas versus Syndra down in the bottom lane. Everybody started with Prospectors except for Leona, going for a Kindle Gem. And either a choice of Boots, which is very popular on Cheese Enema right now, or the Crystalline Flask going out on Nidalee. So she's going to be very spammy and going to be spearing as much as she can on this top engagement at Windmill. She actually put 2 points into her Javelin Toss at the beginning and 1 into her traps. So if they're able to land spears, they will win this engagement.
Hey, chat. Spider. So Painkillar up here at the top, we're going to see a little bit of exchange, a little bit of poke back and forth. Wawix with the I keep forgetting the name of that one. The Hymn of Valor right there, doing a little bit of damage. Uh-oh, Kraogg right there, trying to go for the airborne, sticking his head out a little bit, taking a lot of damage. Painkillar spider form right there. Going to get in, going to get kicked out, though, by Alistar. Got the rappel up into the air. Drops back down and puts some more hurt on Kraogg. But I really don't think that Kraogg is the right target to damage right now. But they know this game a little bit better than I do. And it looks like Leona is going to go down. inFe is going to manage to get back out. This could be one spear away from disaster for someone. Is it going to... Nope. SifuCalvin didn't want any of that. Walked right on out of the way, and everything was fine.
That was an easy engagement for Kraogg. He just walked straight up to them and pulverized. He only got one person in the air, but it didn't matter because they were tanky enough with enough sustain from the double heal, one on Sona and one on Alistar, that they won that engagement so easily because the early game damage really isn't there for the blue team. The spears were landing, but they were all fairly close range because she wanted to get some heals in on her team. But after the summoners were popped, it was game over. Not one revive being popped onto Cheese Enema. And now a big engagement going down bottom. Syndra putting out some good damage onto SifuCalvin on Pantheon, who's going to go down to the last sphere. and Gragas going to be taking out the Leona, not even needing the champagne bottle. Lerch getting stunned right underneath the tower and dropping his champagne bottle as soon as Syndra walked over it, and they're going to be able to recap this tower. Good defense there with Alistar coming down to help.
Yep, and you see Pantheon, who's swinging down that way. It's just going to go ahead, go back up onto the top. And up at the top, they're defending pretty good. Wawix and brownburiser got things under control. We got the Garrison going down on that tower to heal it up right there. Garrison will, Garrison's good. It interrupts caps, makes it resist to minions. Oh, there we go. Getting that, excuse me, J4, and, not J4, excuse me, Pantheon up there helping take care of Nidalee. Wawix going down, Kraogg coming in from behind. We'll see how this goes. Wants to stun the spider right there. Airborne spider. Spider's on SifuCalvin. Run, they're arachnids. They're bad for you. Solar flare lands, and that spelled bad things for Pantheon right there. Kraogg getting chased away. Kraogg kicked the spider, and now he's gonna get taken down.
brownburiser trying to 1v1 Jarvan while all this is going on. Both of them getting very low, but neither one of them getting killed. Nidalee coming into the bush for an easy kill onto the Urgot, who was trying to recall, but did not make it out of there. Painkillar on her Elise is trying to get out of vision so that she can also recall up into the ceiling. And meanwhile, the two APs are dueling it out down bottom. A good juke from the Gragas going through the wall, picking up that health relic. Gragas, who also has very good sustain and very good wave clear for this bottom lane.
Wawix took a lot of poke right there from Nidalee, getting that damage in, but Wawix picks up that health rock, does a little bit of healing on himself, so everything turns out fine. Dodges the other spear. Kraogg coming in, diving on the tower right there, but it's got inFe. There's Pantheon coming down from the top right there. The engagement's broken out just up above the windmill. Wawix is taken out, however, but inFe has to leave. brownburiser coming up from the back is able to put some damage in. inFe gets chased away, but inFe getting chased away means that that's a Nidalee at range, and people don't like that. It's really scary right there, and Urgot getting taken down. inFe's Nidalee picking up that kill right there. SifuCalvin up behind it, but nice solar flare lands right on the spot right there, and Spider picks up the kill on Pantheon.
Yes, Child's Word coming out big into that exchange up top, actually letting the minions neutralize the point while they fought outside of the tower, which is a great plan of strategy for them. And it now looks like Urgot's going to come down, hopefully for a kill onto the Syndra. He does miss his first rocket. He's going to land the second one because it's auto-seeking, but he doesn't have his shield up for a slow. It looks like Syndra's going to be able to disengage. He might get a good barrel coming up here. Not enough to kill her, just knocks her away closer to safety as they try to cap this point, which is the quest right now. Gragas going back in. Kill coming out from Sona. Painkillar trying to zone them away from the tower. And inFe also putting some damage down onto Sona, but Nidalee overstaying her welcome. Good stun coming out from Elise. Big burst onto Sona. Not enough to kill her. brownburiser's going to go down to Painkillar. Painkillar's going to fall to Lerch. No, he missed his last barrel. And now Elise is going to take out the Sona with her last sphere. And now she's 1v1ing Lerch, which she got a good stun on. Another sphere, and is going to push him away to defend. Great job defending.
Gragas' dash covered that much distance.
Yes, as long as you get halfway through the terrain with your dash, you'll pop out on the other side. It's almost a range of Flash. Pretty much everything you can flash through, you can belly bump through. It's very close to Flash, and it's longer than it's kind of in between Flash and Renekton's dash. It's in between the two. It makes him a very mobile champion, and every time he uses an ability, he actually gets back HP from his passive Happy Hour.
And Painkillar and inFe catching Sona right there in the middle. Oh, Solar Flare goes down. Painkillar's able to get back out of the way. Only gets tagged a little bit by SifuCalvin's Heartseeker, but kites Kraogg straight into Talith freaking PA. Little spider chasing after Kraogg right there. Doesn't quite connect, unfortunately. But Leona's able to land that Zenith Blade on Kraogg, sticking right to him. brownburiser hanging around just below the fight, chipping some damage in from below that nice range that Urgot has. Now Kraogg's going to go up and try and maybe get the interruption on inFe right there. Yep, airborne up on inFe and Talith PA. brownburiser still alive, still doing a little bit of damage right there, but SifuCalvin comes down and he's going to start fighting with Talith PA, see if he can chase him back away from that fight there. brownburiser lives through all of that with the help of Wawix at the very end there to take out Leona, and they have a really good idea of where Talith PA is, but is Talith PA going to be okay? Talith PA, I'm scared for you. Painkillar's got the survival method going on up back there. He's going to pick up the health rock to make sure he can stay up just a little bit longer, but it looks like Wawix is going to go for that. He's going to have to deal with Elise, but can he? Nope. Spider's scary. inFe coming up from the bottom right there.
Great pull to the standard from Jarvan, running away from Pantheon right as he got stunned. Painkillar putting damage on Sona, repelling, getting the kill, but it looks like Urgot's going to pick up the double kill here if he can land another Q, but he doesn't. He gets stunned and eats a spear instead. brownburiser now at half health, just over 1 bar on both Painkillar and inFe, and they are going to defend this turret just barely. Painkillar hang around with just 1 bar, not recalling yet.
And down at the bottom, CaptnBuwberry and konfetarius have things under control. They get double stun up on Lerch. Syndra able to pick up the kill right there. Now Kraogg getting kind of stuck. He doesn't quite know which way to go right there. Syndra keeps throwing out the damage. CaptnBuwberry gets him with the Zenith Blade, gets him with the stun, gets him with the shove right there, walks into the whatever that thing's called, and takes a free trip back to the summoner platform.
Yeah, and it looks like up top they're still trying to posture around. Jarvan at very low health gets the suppression down from brownburiser, the swap, and an easy kill for Pantheon and brownburiser. The hyperkinetic repositioner working great there. Painkillar coming to close the gap. They get the spear and kill onto Pantheon. Urgot going down. Painkillar doing a great job on that Elise, being very slippery and putting out great damage.
And CaptnBuwberry getting interrupted down at the bottom. konfetarius and them, neither one of them are interested in drinking right now. They walk away from the bottle. They're not up for any of that. Kraogg up at the top team at this point, neutral, but things are a little bit scary. There's spiders all over the place, and one of those ladies is actually a cat. And he's doing a really good job of delaying right now. Ooh, the spear doesn't quite connect, unfortunately. Clicks to interrupt once again. Kraogg just delaying. And Pantheon, SifuCalvin coming down. It's cat hunting time. Actually, no, it's CaptnBuwberry. Stun shield, everything bad happened to SifuCalvin at once.
Pantheon went for the delay there, but actually jumped into his own death, came down, wanted a kill, did not close the gap for a stun, and paid for it with his life. Going out of there without even an even trade. Even an even trade. And down bottom, we really don't see too much action until someone comes down to gank, and it looks like it's going to be brownburiser this time. On to konfetarius. konfetarius missing the stun. Big damage coming out from brownburiser, getting exhausted. He's trying to follow up. He needs just one more Q, and he gets it. Shut down. The ult coming back out onto brownburiser, doing good damage. But it looks like they're going to fall back here because it's still a 3v3 down bottom. Pantheon coming in to tip the scales for red team, but it doesn't look like they're going to come back in and engage. Pantheon just waiting to hopefully jump on somebody. And Leona, CaptnBuwberry, actually taking this point solo. The drill going to be capped. No, she could not get it to neutral. It does not get out of there. Stunning SifuCalvin. SifuCalvin coming back with more damage, saying, I can go up against a tanky support any day.
And at the same time, though, Alistar neutraled the opposite point. Him and Leona both went for it at the same time, but Kraogg was able to get his neutral.
Yeah, and that's much-needed points in a close game. And it looks like the defend from CaptnBuwberry is coming in. A great stun on SifuCalvin, getting caught out again. Spear coming across, and Sona going down as well. The ultimate's coming out. brownburiser's going to go down. Double kill for the Jarvan, and Kraogg is going to be in a world of hurt right now. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this one. There's another lance from CaptnBuwberry. He's got just a smidgen of HP, and there it is, the kill for Elise. No triple kill for J4 on that one.
Down the bottom lane, unfortunately, konfetarius does get caught by SifuCalvin coming in to help Lerch out. They got that point under control down there. Elise is coming down from above, though. However, it looks like, and gonna have a little bit of a disagreement right there. Yes, SifuCalvin and Painkillar are having a little bit of a talk right there. SifuCalvin trying to get away there. Oh, Elise managed to pick up the kill, but Painkillar was kiting brownburiser at the same time, but Painkillar's got backup. Talith PA is there, and Lerch comes up from the bottom to help chase Talith PA away. Remember's not able to connect with that last rocket there. And over here, just a little bit higher up in the map, Wawix, Kraogg, CaptnBuwberry, and inFe. Here, the two tanks sticking to each other as inFe and Wawix trying to deal damage. brownburiser is coming back up from that previous engagement, trying to get involved in this fight as well. Nope, misses the Zenith Blade, unfortunately, and now CaptnBuwberry there. They turn around to deal with Leona, but Talith PA is there, and SifuCalvin coming down from the top right there. Keeps him in, gets the damage in from that Grand Skyfall. Really able to help out. The Heartseeker does a bunch of damage as well. And now CaptnBuwberry is just so low on hit points right now. Talith PA as well getting weaker and weaker, but inFe still in the back, still going strong. But now with J4 out of the way, they're going to turn around and chase inFe back out of the fight.
SifuCalvin's going to be caught out again. Painkillar with great burst damage. The crescendo coming across both inFe and Painkillar. Painkillar being able to get the kill on a Pantheon. Jarvan coming in. Demacia, big damage on the Wawix. She's going to go down. Right now is Arcade Sona. The game is over. Here comes inFe, trying to put some damage on Kraogg, but as she's out of mana, she's going to fall back. Talith, PA, and Leona are going to come on to brownburiser, but Alistar is going to come over to help CC the Demacian. Sona back with her revive, spamming her abilities, actually doing a good amount of damage to Talith, PA, who flashes away, gets the health relic, and it looks like a re-engage coming from Leona to switch the focus, but it might have been a mistake as Urgot is putting out a good amount of damage onto her. Syndra's here with a good stun, and the Solar Flare comes out. Pantheon coming in to join the fight. brownburiser getting the swap, the kill onto Leona, the kill onto Jarvan, and a double kill as Syndra goes down for Gragas.
And using that position, they're going to immediately go for that bottom point. They want the quarry right there, seeing that they got that fight under control. CaptnBuwberry, is there a delay, however, and there isn't anyone to back them up, but we do have Elise coming over from the side right there, hanging around the back. We got Elise and Syndra right there. Wawix gets stunned. Spiders on Sona! Sona gets killed right there, and now Lerch getting chased back away for the health relic. Manages to pick it up, and no, not quite able to get to the wall that time. Zenith Blade goes left, but it's okay, because Lerch did not stun right there. Painkillar on Gragas. Spiders from behind. Gragas gets a free trip back to the summoner platform. But at the upper end of the map, Cat caught by the drill in between the drill and the windmill. And now they're just going to go up there. They're going to take neutral on the windmill. I don't know if they can get the full cap. They might be able to because there is two. Oh, the Hex Drinker getting procced right there. That's really unfortunate. He's not going to have that because it's going to be on cooldown now. But
yeah, Wawix getting caught up again down bottom. Elise just running a clinic on what to do on a spider. SifuCalvin trying to come up top to hopefully help out brownburiser, who's in a lot of trouble from inFeed, and Talith, PA trying to close the gap on a brownburiser. Misses the standard, does not get the knock-up, and down bottom it looks like they're going to recap, but they already lost the quest, which means that they're going to have the 10% damage buff onto the blue team, and that's going to give a double kill to Elise up top onto the Urgot. And Syndra still trying to play around down bottom, putting good damage onto Lerch, but walking into the barrel. Lerch wants to keep following for this one. I don't know if he has another body slam for her, but he's going to try. He misses the body slam, lands an explosive cast, but knocks him out of his own barrel, and then Elise goes to burst, and they kill each other in a spectacular fashion as he body slams into the bush. Meanwhile, at the drill, there's a big fight going on. Elise is going to go down. They're going to recap this point and bring it back to a 2-3 cap. Blue team coming out way ahead, though. Only 78 points remaining. And SifuCalvin and brownburiser are trying to make something happen up top.
And inFeed's doing the poke with those spears, trying to find someone to connect with. Did some damage to Sifu with it just a few moments ago, but not finding anyone right now. brownburiser, I'm scared for you. They know what's going on right there. He's going to retreat back towards Wawix right there. And now everyone's kind of spread out. Everything kind of falling down towards the lower part of the map. Looks like SifuCalvin's looking to attack with konfetarius right there, but can't quite get enough room to aegis over that wall. Wawix is in a really dangerous spot. Painkillar spiders right there, chasing Wawix back towards the other tower. Meanwhile, the tanks are having a little bit of discussion over here. Painkillar comes up, so does Wawix. 3v3 fight over but there. Sky Crevice goes off. Painkillar goes up, comes right back down. Lots of damage being exchanged, but nothing serious quite yet. Wawix is getting low. Painkillar getting chipped down lower and lower, but isn't really able to connect with Wawix. Good defense over there. Kraogg and brownburiser are able to take down Talith, PA. Leona's going to have to fall back, but on the opposite end of the map, SifuCalvin barely alive after that engagement with Syndra. The Hex Drinker having proc during that fight, keeping him alive too. Otherwise, he would have died from that Blackfire Torch damage. They got dangerously close to taking him down. Lerch chipping away at konfetarius. Nope, I'm gonna go through that wall because, yeah.
That's what Gragas does. He body slams where he pleases, kind of like Mundo, going back through the wall again. Still stalling on the turret, just outranging a spear, and he is stalling this point as long as he can. Syndra has already gone back, so it is a 1v1. Almost eating another full-range spear, which would certainly mean the death of him. And up top, the fight going down, 4v1 versus Leona, unable to stop them, but the windmill finally going to be capped up top. Down bottom, they're going to get the cap for blue team, and it looks like they're stacking in this bush here. Painkillar and Jarvan, they did look for sight, And there's Elise coming straight in on brownburiser. The knock-up, the Cataclysm dropped immediately. SifuCalvin trying to take down Elise, but Elise repels and gets away. Is he going to be able to get the kill? Alistar comes in with a big headbutt, knocking the spider out of the situation. And it looks like Talith PA is going to retreat, as well as inFeed, as they finally have a 3-2 cap for red team, and are getting some points back and gaining a little bit of ground against what looked like a landslide victory.
And CaptnBuwberry getting caught a little bit. brownburiser caught a spear from Nidalee, but that Terra Capacitor makes him really harass resistant when he pops it in front of those spears. So he shouldn't be quite as afraid of them as other champions might be. And they don't like this engagement in the middle, so Talith, PA, and CaptnBuwberry are going to come down from the bottom. Lerch has used his body slam, so he's not going to have anywhere to go from there. Gets caught with the stun. Are we going to see the solar flare? Goes right down on Gragas there. Are we going to see him burn the airborne? Yep, there's the airborne to follow it up, and now brownburiser has come down. Leona goes straight in for SifuCalvin, wants to be able to control him and his damage, but not able to do so. He is able to get the kill off on Talith, PA, and now CaptnBuwberry is in retreat from the rest of Cheese Enema there. Syndra throws some damage in, gets a lot of hurt on Sifu, but again, the suppress goes off. konfetarius, nope, time, stop, time, go. Exhaust goes off right after that. Syndra gets taken down. CaptnBuwberry, yes, gonna fall as well, and Cheese Enema has succeeded there. They're gonna take the bottom point, but the top point is gonna go to PECS Evelynn Child Support.
Yeah, PECS Evelynn Child Support definitely did a decent trade there, taking the top point, which is much harder to cap and defend, and losing the bottom point, which they're going to res and be able to run directly into. And it looks like it's going to be a 2v2 if this Nidalee and Jarvan want to go for it. They're trying to push up the minions to get some help. Leona and Syndra are both back up. Gragas going to be seen by the Jarvan, and he's trying to come around back to make something happen, but it looks like they're going to get a cap on this here. Syndra going in really hard onto Sona, not getting the burst damage she needs, going down. The solar flare completely missing. Wawix getting stunned. inFe going in for the kill, and now we have a 3v2 with Jarvan there, but the ultimate from Gragas taking out the Nidalee. And now, I don't know if they have the damage to take out brownburiser, but the minions are doing a little bit of work on that tower. brownburiser going down very slowly. CaptnBuwberry, there it is. The Demacia coming down just for extra damage. Now it's going to be Lerch versus Talith, PA, and CaptnBuwberry. CaptnBuwberry might be in trouble here if Lerch gets another body slam off and a barrel. And he will. He does get the one kill before he goes down, but Talith, PA, is still alive and going to cap that point. But all the while, up top, the point is going to SifuCalvin and the Alistar, so they're going to go back up 3-2 points.
It was a very boss mode delay down there by Lerch in that lower part of the map. Unfortunately, it was in a bush, so it looked a little awkward on the screen. So that I don't think that translated well out. But there's no one down here at the boneyard right now. Gragas might get back in time to take care of this. He should be. He'll get there in time to stop from being capped. I don't know if he can stop from going neutral or not. And it doesn't look like he tried to with the body slam, but wasn't able to connect. So he's going to have to recapture that. So it's a temporary stop the clock, 180 to 48, which is still in PECS Evelynn Child Support's favor. Over on the upper left side of the map by the refinery, CaptnBuwberry has gotten into a really tricky spot. But inFeed on the side, Talith, PA on the other side show up. Painkillar coming from back. And once Painkillar gets here, it's going to be Spider Pride all the way. Turns into that spider form right there. Goes for brownburiser right away. Turns around, starts harassing Kraogg for a minute, but walks right through him. Oh, Wawix in the box with a spider. That's bad. Game over. Sona, and now going all the way up for Kraogg, who's retreating towards this top. Nidalee gets a little bit of damage in. CaptnBuwberry coming around from the side. Painkillar on one side. It's caught between a sun and a spider. None of them are good, but Nidalee picks up the kill.
Yeah, he did get a little bit of a delay up off on that top point to give them some extra points there. Gragas laying a soul down bottom, gets a good barrel to finish off the Syndra. And it looked like they had a good exchange down there. But we do have 3 people from red team coming in, and inFeed is going to be the only person defending, throwing out some pretty big spears right now, though. Hopefully Gragas and Pantheon can avoid them. Kraogg's going to take a spear, but we have 4 people down here. Wawix is there. Meanwhile, up top, Leona and Elise are going to be taking that top turret. And Syndra coming back with a good stun and ultimate onto Pantheon, taking him out. Going to be able to finish off Lerch if she can land one more ability. He gets through the wall, but has been ignited, and that's game over. But while this is all happening, Alistar and Sona retreated up and are capping another point, but Syndra's going to be able to take the boneyard as well, and it's going to keep their 3 cap going. They might even be able to pull a 4 cap out as they delay in the middle of the map. They do. Syndra's going to get that 4 cap and probably retreat. Pantheon ult coming right down. Not soon enough. And another fight going on at the refinery. Elise getting one more kill onto Wawix. Alistar killing Jarvan, and Alistar now stuck to defend this 3v1. He's only going to be able to delay the inevitable as the fourth team member comes out. Talith PA trying to get a little bit of cap, but he's all over this point, not letting them get the cap, and that is going to be the end of the game for sure, in a very good game indeed.
So Paze Evelynn Child Support is going to win the first game of these best-of-3 finals. We're going to see if Cheeseman can start turning around in the second game. They did a really good job of recovering a 200-point gap at one point in that game. So they are definitely a contender for taking the spot.